Hi everyone. So let's start with the interview ourselves first.
Hi, I am Time 048.
Hi, I'm Mint 061.
Hi, I'm Titi 064.
Hi, I'm Tong 065.
Okay, so I'm a host for today. Now we are going to dive deep into what it truly takes to excel as cabin crew members. We have three wonderful participants who will share their real life experiences about handling challenging situations, providing outstanding customer service, and working as part of a team in high pressure environments. So, we are explored seven key areas that are absolutely crucial for this role. I encourage everyone to share not just what you did in these situations, but how you felt, what you learned, and how you would apply those lessons in an ally setting. Let's begin to the first person, Tong.
Hi.
So, why you want to work with our ally? What skills do you have that will make you a good fit for this job?
I feel in love with flying and helping people. When I was 12, on my first solo flight to visit family abroad, I was scared, but the flight attendants were so kind, checking on me every hour. That's when I knew I want to be like them. For the past 5 years, I worked at top hotel helping our guys upgrade from VIP to emergency situations. Been just last month, I graced with serious first allergies got the wrong meal. I stay calm, give them their emergency medicines, call for help, and stay with them. This showed me how important it is to stay focused during emergencies, something very useful for ally first allergies. What I really like about your allies is how you connect different cultures. I speak Spanish and Mandarin fluently. Once a Chinese family couldn't use our hotel check-in systems. When I help them to in Mandarin, their happy face reminds me why I love this job.
Wow, that is interesting. So, how would you handle a situation where language is still a barrier?
Uh, Beyond language, I develop a toolkit of solutions. I always carry a small notepad for drawing simple pictures, use translations apps, and have learned key phrases in multiple languages. Most importantly, I rely on universal language, patience, smiles, and attentive body language.
Wow, it's a good thing you were able to handle the situation very well. So, the next question for you, in our ally, we met people from different countries every day. Can you share a time when you helped someone from another country feel comfortable? How would you use this experience to help our passengers feel happy?
Let me tell you about a time I helped a foreign guest at my hotel job. A Russian family came to check-in, but they spoke really little English. I could see they were feeling uncomfortable because of the language problems. First, I smiled warmly to make them feel welcome. Then I used simple words and hand gestures to explain things. I also use Google Translate on my phone for important information. When I noticed their little girl looking tired, I gave her a small toy from our kids' corner. The parents looked so relieved and happy. From this experience, I learned three important things. Once I finish my work in all language, two simple communications is better than perfect English. Three small cash actions can make big difference. I believe making passengers feel understand is the most important part of your service. If, even without speaking their language perfectly, we can show we can through our actions and attitudes.
So exactly. Service is very important and it is your duty to understand your customers is very well. Thank you, Tong.
Thank you.
And the next person is time. Okay. So imagine you working on a plan and someone feels sick suddenly. What would you do to help them? What do you think is important when we need to make quick decisions?
Okay, so at a certified lifeguard for 6 years, I have learned that emergency follow a predictable emotional such as panic, action, and aftermath. This understanding helped me manage both the practical and emotional sides of crisis. One summer, I responded when a child nearly drowned while performing CPR. I simultaneously direct bystander to call emergency service first. Second, I clear the area. The third, I comfort the mother. And the last, I prepare to dry towel. In an aircraft emergency, the same multi-tracking is crucial. For example, during decompression, I know I would need to secure my own oxygen mask first, help passenger while monitoring for signs of hypoxia, and communicate clearly with the flight deck. And the last is manage passenger panic to kind authoritative instruction. Regular simulation training has conditioned me to respond automatically to emergency tone and signal. Just last week, when a car backfired outside my apartment, I saw myself instinctively identifying the sound source and scanning for threat, proof that emergency awareness becomes second nature with proper training.
Yes, I am very impressed with your practice and your training. You are able to do is very well. So the next question, tell us about a time when you had to work with a group and there was a problem. How do you help to fix this? How do you solve problems with other people at work?
Okay, during a hotel renovation project, I mediated between housekeeping and maintenance. The conflict escalated until I suggested we map our room number on a share spreadsheet and color code by priority, and the last implement 30-minute check-in to adjust plan. This experience taught me that most workplace conflicts stem from misaligned priority, not personal issue. Is in allied crews scenarios, I would apply similar strategy, perhaps creating a shared checklist for gallery preparation or establishing clear hand signal for noisy environment. The key is addressing tension early. Last month, when I noticed a coworker becoming short-tempered during a busy shift, I pulled her aside for 5 minutes, got her some water, and discovered she was anxious about a family issue. That small moment of connection prevent a larger team disruption. Thank you.
So you are a person who can work very well with others. Working in a team is very not easy. So I feel that you. Mm. Thank you, time. So and the last person is Mint. Sometimes our work hours can change quickly. Can you tell us about a time when you needed to change your plan fast? How do you stay happy when things don't go as expected?
Okay, actually, last week my work shift changed suddenly because of the bad weather. At first, I felt stressed, but then I told myself this is a chance to learn and grow. I stayed positive and started planning right away. I made a new schedule, prepare my uniform and bag the night before, and check the weather updates to be ready. Being flexible is very important, especially in aviation. Flights can be delayed, schedules can change, and we must stay calm and focused. I always try to think ahead and have backup plans. For example, if I forgot my lunch, I know where to get food quickly at the airport. If a team member is late, I try to help cover their tasks without stress. Also, I believe a positive attitude helps a lot. I try to laugh at our small problems instead of getting upset. That way, I stay happy and can support my team better. Adaptability is not just about reacting to changes, it's about turning challenges into opportunities.
Wow, that's great. You can keep your thinking to be positive and smiling really makes almost every situation is better. So the next question, keeping everyone keeping everyone safe is the most important part of our job. How do you make sure you always follow the rules? Can you share a time when you had to be careful, even if it was hard?
Safety is always number one for me. One time I saw coworkers keep a small safety step because they want to save time. I didn't get angry, but I reminded them kindly why the rules are important. Even if we are in a rush, we must follow our safety steps because passengers and crew depend on us. I always double check things like if overhead bins are closed or if safety equipment is in place. I also pay attention to details like if someone is not wearing gloves while cleaning or if hand sanitizer is empty. Small things can make a big difference in keeping everyone safe. In my daily life, I also think about safety. I do fire drills at home and check emergency exit when I enter new buildings. These habits help me stay alert. I also write about safety lessons in a notebook, like the time I almost slipped on a wet floor. So now I always scan my path carefully. Safety is everyone's job and I take it seriously.
Okay, I feel like you are very careful about safety, which is really important when you're working on an airplane. So this is the last question. Our ally expects good English skills. How do you plan to improve your English to meet our standards? What's, what strategies will you use to practice and learn?
For me, I practice English every day because I want to speak clearly and confidently at work. I use different ways to learn. First, I watch airline videos and repeat the words out loud to learn correct pronunciation. I also read safety manuals and write down new vocabulary. One thing that helped me a lot is talking to native speakers. I ask my friends or my team to correct me when I say something wrong. I don't feel shy because I know mistakes help me learn. I also use applications like Duolingo and write a daily journal in English. This helped me think in English, not just translate from my first language. And last week, I practiced by writing a fake flight announcement and saying it in front of the mirror. I also order coffee using only aviation words like favorite service. My goal is to reach ICAO level 4. So I practice for 90 minutes every day. English is important for safety and teamwork, and I want to keep improving every day.
Wow, your English practice and development is excellent. So communication is very important for your career. So keep going for yourself. And now These extraordinary responses have given us incredible insight into what makes outstanding cabin crew, from cultural intelligence to emergency preparedness. You demonstrate the depth of skills this demanding career requires. So remember, excellence in application isn't about perfection. It's about preparation, meeting opportunity. So thank you all for sharing your experiences. Your answers show great teamwork, adaptability, and passion for safety. Let's keep improving and supporting each other. So thank you everyone for today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.